Good morning. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to spend the day with you guys. I have been slowly getting back into my routine. We just had a bunch of sickness kind of run through our house. I think I'm gonna actually leave the house today and go do some thrift shopping. And you guys always seem to enjoy that. So I thought this would be a good opportunity, but I'm just starting my day right now. I've actually, well, this is technically my second cup of coffee. Yeah, I don't have any makeup on yet and I do plan on doing that. But I wanted to share with you guys the book that I just finished because this book came in excellent timing for me and what's going on in my life right now. So I was sent this, and this is also the sponsor of this video, Her Heart's Desire by Shelley Shepherd Gray. I've kind of heard of this author floating around online, but I've never read any of her work. So when they sent me this, I was excited. I didn't really know what to expect. And I'll be the first person to tell you, romance is not my general cup of tea, but I'm really trying to give it a go. And since I had this book and I've been a bit in an anxious state lately, I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try. Not only was this a pleasant read, but it was a light romance read, so it was a very good introduction into me trying to get more into the genre. So the main character in this book, Mary, she's kind of an introvert. She is kind of a shelter type of character. She meets a couple other girls who are also kind of experiencing the same time of life that she is, just trying to get outside a little bit and outside of their comfort zone. And the reason I like this is because it was a very nice, I would consider this a good vacation read. And for me being kind of cooped up the past week or so and dealing with what I've been dealing with, I needed a book that was kind of a light read, that was a pretty fast-paced book, and something that I just didn't want to read horror or thriller or my typical genres. So this was very perfect timing. And I like that this was very girl friendship oriented as well. If you're a girl gang girl like me, this definitely has very heavy themes of that. And the romance in this book was nice, very light. So not only do we have a light romance through Mary, the main character, and Jason in this book, but there's also that strong female friendship line, as well as a bit of forgiveness incorporated in this book, kind of the back and forth between whether or not you should forgive someone who you feel has wronged you in the past. You guys want to pick up this book if you're looking for something that's a nice, light, pleasant read that might give you a little bit of a vacation in a book, but also a vacation from your life for a little bit of time. I would definitely check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and link down in the description box below a link that is a limited time only 30% off plus free shipping to the US. It's gonna be down there in the description box. So yeah, I've been trying to do a bit more reading, especially in the morning time. Like I said, I just finished that book this morning because if I don't do that, my tendency is to go right on TikTok or Instagram and pollute my mind for the morning. And because I've been kind of in a heightened state lately, I've been trying to not do that. The one thing that I have been bad on is updating my Goodreads, because there's a couple other books that I've been working on that I have not updated my Goodreads on. And I do plan on doing kind of a reading wrap up since my last one, because I finished I think 4 or 5 books since my last reading wrap up. So I do want to film that. I'll probably do that in the next couple of days or so. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of makeup so I feel a little bit more like myself. I haven't really put myself together for the past week or so. So, oh. I didn't even realize he was over there. He just kind of blends in with that blanket. By the way, isn't that blanket so pretty? My mom made me that blanket. She also made me the gray one, but she crocheted me the one on the top more recently, and I just think they're so pretty. I love those colors. Currently, what my desk looks like, I have been trying out different products and kind of getting ready for the Sephora sale and trying to find products that I'd recommend to you guys or products that I wouldn't recommend. So I've been actually doing that on my TikTok. If you guys, want to follow me on my TikTok, I'm gonna go ahead and link that down below as well, because I've started creating more content over there. I'm doing both beauty and eventually book content as well. So if you guys like the content that I post on this channel, I would definitely check out my TikTok. I hope the lighting is not too dark. I'm trying to film mostly with natural lighting recently. I just feel it looks more natural. And it's just been gloomy here. The weather has just not been super great. Put on a little bit of makeup. I don't need a ton right now. I just want something that I feel put together with. By the way, I don't know if anyone really talks about this concealer from Essence. This is a very affordable drugstore concealer. I really like this. A lot of times I'll just put this on my skin on a couple places and call it a day. And this is the Keep Me Covered concealer with aloe vera from Essence, and I'm using the shade 50 warm shell. We have a couple events coming up that I am going to be hosting, so that's also kind of stressful. Another stressful thing we just did our taxes this past weekend. Ugh. It's never fun. That a little bit better. I feel like the lighting over here is a little bit better because I'm closer to the window. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put on a little bit of highlighter. I'm just gonna use this one because that's what I grabbed from Peri Para. My goal for today is I wanna go to a couple thrift stores. I've actually seen some on TikTok and just in general on social media that I want to check out. It's in Los Angeles, so it's going to be a little bit of a drive for me to get out there, but I'm doing this earlier in the day, so hopefully I won't hit too much traffic. I am looking for not only books as I usually do, but I'm also looking for like really cool home pieces. I have actually a spot in my living room that needs like an art piece, and I'd like something unique and hopefully something that like speaks to me. Since we have guests coming over this weekend, I figured I'd like to spice up and zhuzh things up a little bit if I can. And I feel like we could definitely use something up there, so we'll see if I find anything good. It's cold today. Okay, first things first. I gotta take off my... Never drive with your claw clip in your hair. I learned that on TikTok. Okay, so we're gonna head to the first place. It's like an antique mall. I don't really know what to expect. I've never been over there before, so I guess I'll see you guys over there. It's gonna take me a hot minute though. Ooh, I just got here. It looks really fun. Like, I have no idea what to expect. It looks kind of like an antique mall. I haven't been to one of these in a really long time, but I'm seeing a lot of furniture, so hopefully I find some good home stuff. I'm not really in the market for necessarily like furniture, but like little things, like little home decor items, or like I said, artwork. We'll see what we find when we get inside. So this place was absolutely massive, and I wanted to hop on here really quickly and discuss the price ranges that I noticed, because I know whenever I watch these types of videos, I'm curious about what types of prices these types of vendors charge. So I will say this place was extremely curated. Like, everything you could tell was handpicked. Even the way it was displayed was very intentional. And because of that, I did find that the prices were a bit higher. Honestly, some of the booths were very high, and then some of the ones that I was in did seem reasonable, but I'm not the best judge of these types of things. I just kind of have a value in my head that I think things are worth, because it's very subjective, obviously. So I just threw on here a couple price tags so you can kind of see. This coffee table in particular, I was looking at a couple months ago online from a different seller to purchase for my living room. I ended up going for a different coffee table, and I don't remember the exact price, but I feel like it was in a similar ballpark. So again, there were some reasonable prices and then some other prices that I'm sure that there's a reason why they're priced at that, but I didn't know. Most of these items were like little trinket things or small things. So, those could be worth a lot if they're made by certain artists. Clearly I'm clueless. So this was also something else that I was looking at buying. I thought these little paintings were adorable and so cute, but they weren't marked price-wise, and I was too shy to like bring them to the front or like even ask how much these were worth. So I was like, I don't even have a place that I have to hang them, so I just left them for someone else to enjoy. So anyways, this was the first place. I really liked it. I spent a nice amount of time kind of wandering around looking at all the different things they had. They had all kinds of little things, furniture, natural products, handmade products. So it was definitely a good mixed bag. Okay, so that last place was amazing. They had price ranges all over the place, kind of from like lower range to higher range. Nothing was necessarily what I would consider like affordable, but it's because it's curated. So I'm going to this other one that's down the street. It looks like another antique mall. Again, I've never been here, even really been in this area, so I don't even really know if I'm in a parking spot at this point, but I'm gonna head inside and see what they've got. So this next place was intense. There were things every direction you looked, up, down, left, right, there was something. And there were a lot more like little things here, like I don't want to say tchotchkes, but like children's toys, jewelry, things like that. And there were some home things, like some really interesting things and a lot more unique things. I would say that the stuff here really felt old. Like at the previous location, the stuff felt kind of like mid-century, a little bit more with like what's trendy vintage right now, and this was a lot of just antique vintage stuff. And they had a mix of everything. There was even this like upstairs, as you could see. I was a little sketched out by this. I'm sure it's very secure, but the noises were unsettling. Oh my god. And then at that point I was like, you know, there's nothing up here I really need to see. But as I turned around to go back downstairs, someone came up behind me, so I pretended to look at these like fruit, so it wasn't awkward. But yeah, I made my way back downstairs and actually to the outdoors, which was highly impressive. This was so cool. Like if you're into like jukeboxes, they had old Coca-Cola coolers, just like anything you could really think of, they had it here. And they also had this little space that had 50% off a bunch of paintings. I didn't see anything I liked, but they did have some other cool things. Nothing I needed again, but just really cool to wander around and look at. Okay, so I'm at the third place. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going after this, but we're gonna go ahead and run inside and see what they've got. The pictures look good. So the last place of the three that I went to definitely had its own feel. I noticed this place had the most dishware out of all the places. And this is a place that I would say had a good amount of like tchotchke types of things, just cute little things for around the home. And again, this did feel a bit more curated. So this is definitely for those people who love a vintage kind of 60s, 70s vibe in their household. And there was a lot more artwork at this location, but I just didn't find anything that I felt like really spoke to me. And I did do a little bit of digging in some of these areas, but just still nothing that I really liked or was big enough for that space. The only thing that I kind of liked and caught my attention that I debated on buying was this coffee table book. I really loved the linen cover and the artwork inside was beautiful, but it was priced at $40, and when I looked it up online, I could find it for about $20, so I decided to pass. I just got back home and I was so hungry. I need to have a little snack, so I'm eating pineapple that I cut up. I had to talk kind of fast because I need to eat something and then I need to go pick up Buddy from doggy daycare. But I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on the three places that I went to today. I didn't buy anything. The last place I was debating on buying that coffee table book, but I looked it up and I found it online for like half price. They were asking for $40, which I felt like was kind of steep, but it was really pretty. I like the linen cover and I like that it was neutral and I like the artwork inside, but if I really wanted, I guess I could buy it online for a little bit cheaper. So anyways, the first place that I went to was probably my favorite just because it was extremely curated and it was more house stuff. There was tons of furniture, a lot more artwork, more things I was interested in. The second place had a lot of stuff, probably the most out of all the places that I went to. And that place was fun because they had all kinds of really vintage antique things. It was almost overwhelming being in there. They had multiple levels, different rooms, they had an outdoor area, all kinds of things. And then the last place was a decent size. I will say that that place felt really like dishware and tchotchkes and some jewelry, but not a ton of like furniture. They did have some artwork, but nothing that I saw that caught my eye. So yeah, I didn't find anything, and I don't want to just like buy stuff to buy stuff for the sake of these videos. So yeah, I didn't find anything today, but that's okay. So it was just really nice, honestly, to get out and like walk around and check out some of the different places. By the way, my clip broke, which is why my hair is down. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of my status today, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat a little bit. I'm gonna eat these pineapples and then I'll probably find something else to eat. I don't know. This is just the first thing I pulled out of the fridge. And then like I said, I gotta go pick Buddy up from daycare. Oh, look who just got back from daycare. Did you have fun, bud? You look like you had a lot of fun. He's tired though. I am going to end this vlog because I'm not doing anything interesting for the rest of the day. To be honest, he's gonna bite me. Okay, good. Because I'm not doing anything interesting for the rest of the day, and I'm just like sitting up here editing, and I did a couple hours, like 2 hours on my walking pad editing, and now I sat down and I'm editing. I'm probably gonna pop in like a lasagna for dinner, and then I'm gonna take a bath. So this is kind of the end of my night. I am sad that my wall it's still empty, but like I said, I don't want to just like buy stuff to buy stuff. I think you guys will totally understand, and we'll definitely do some thrift shopping videos in the future, but until then, I am going to probably finish up my work, make dinner, take a bath, relax for the night, and that's pretty much it for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and remind you guys that the link in the description box below is there if you guys want to pick up Her Heart's Desire. And that is it for me today, so thank you for coming along with me and making my thrift shopping a bit more fun, and more vlogs and book videos to come. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.